Sup gamers, balding middle-aged man here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today guys, we got ourselves some Pokemon rumors, leaks, all that kind of stuff. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get started. So first things first, as you guys may know, there has been talks recently about the potential that we might be getting a trailer this week already for Legends EA. Now personally, I don't think it's going to happen. The reason why I don't think it's going to happen is, well, pretty straightforward. It doesn't really make sense because we have a Pokemon Day next week. Or sorry, not next week, but next month. In February, on the 27th, if you guys do not know, it's Pokemon Day. And Pokemon Day is just the anniversary of when the first Pokemon game came out on the 27th of February. So it's a celebration of all things Pokemon, and that's usually when they show us brand new Pokemon mainline games, updates to their other games, and just a little bit of everything is basically shown during that period of time. But we know for a fact there is a Pokemon Day coming up, and there's been very few times in the history of Pokemon where we've actually gotten a trailer in January before Pokemon Day. One of those times was actually for X and Y back in the day. X and Y was actually revealed in January before Pokemon Day back in like 2013. So that has happened is what I'm trying to say. It has happened before. Now, what is Light referring to here? Well, he's actually talking about, specifically in this case, Riddler Coup. He says a new PLZA trailer could come this week via the old leaker. Of course, it doesn't make really any sense, and I don't really know if Riddler Coup genuinely meant there is one coming. At least he sort of implied it. I haven't really seen anything from him, like, recently. Like, if we go to his profile, he hasn't really tweeted anything recently. Like, what they're referring to here is that he tweeted out this, and it was Giovanni with just a bunch of cards that he got, and then also, I guess another character, just a bug catcher, I think. I mean, am I crazy? Or who is that? Might be another character. I don't know, man. My head is spinning right now. But somebody asked him here. Cinda News specifically said, like, yo, so now that the Switch 2 got revealed, we can expect Ikaku next week. And Ikaku, of course, is the code name for Pokemon Legends EA. And all he did was a winky face, which, of course, everybody went crazy. And that is... well, that's not Pokemon related, but either way, everybody went crazy and sort of assumed that this is him confirming it's actually happening, right? This is his way of confirming we're actually going to get ourselves Pokemon news. And if you go down into like the actual replies here and look at some of the other stuff, people are like, you know, like the merch will start arriving their week, that week it's coming in. So yes, there was talks. Again, Riddler Coup literally himself came out and said a while back, it's been a long time, but he literally came out and said, hey guys, there's going to be Pokemon Legends EA merch already releasing in January, or it's going to be leaked or shown in January already, is what he said. But right now, there's nothing as of yet, right? And we're now at the, you know, more than second half. Like, we're already past the second half of this month. We're like 60, 70% through this month. We only have like maximum 2 weeks left, right? You got the entire of this week and, you know, kind of like the entirety of next week, because this next week ends on Friday next week. So you don't really have a lot of time to work with, okay? You do not have a lot of time to work with. So that's what I'm trying to get at. There is way too little time for them to be able to, like, you know, like, do anything else in this remaining amount of time. So if they're going to do it, they need to do it this week. It needs to happen now or never. So it's a bit strange he tweeted it, but who knows? Maybe he is correct. But keep in mind, there is a chance that maybe the information he has received could be old information that's now outdated, because please keep in mind, information changes. Things internally at companies change. Like, for example, I have a video that I've been working on. My original set date to release it was today, but then I delayed it until Friday, and now I'm scared I might not even get it done by Friday. So it's a thing that happens, and with companies, it's even more likely those kind of things can be a little bit more intense and happen. But that's like at least the first thing. The next thing we have to talk about is this post, and there's actually two of these. There's one from Centro and there's one from Pori Leaks, but basically it is a list of list from games, specifically from Microsoft and Xbox, which might be coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Games that are coming reported by leaker Xtasis, I guess. And he said basically that these are the following games. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is a pretty hefty game. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a pretty hefty game. If that can run smoothly, molto bene. Switch 2 is going to be amazing. Then they say Halo, the Master Chief Collection. By the way, I am a massive fan of handheld consoles. I love the Switch. I love the Lenovo Legion Go, though I don't like the shitty performance on this thing. Because again, I'm telling you, I don't want to play my games when they look choppy as fuck and they just run on low frame rates. My eyes hurt. That's why I also got a computer. But point is, I love handhelds, and if they can make these games run on there, let's go. Halo, the Master Chief Collection, at full price, it seems. That would be disgusting, but fair enough, whatever. That would be sick, though. That would be really nice. Unless they're charging like 80 euro or like 70 bucks or whatever, $70 for it. I wouldn't like that. Diablo 4, currently scheduled for 2025, according to his source, which is also another one. So I would prefer Path of Exile 2, but you know, we can't always get what we want. They'll say a Call of Duty game, but I mean, I do already have Path of Exile and the Lenovo Legion. It's besides the point. Either way, a Call of Duty game, he doesn't know which one. He speculates it's Black Ops 6, 2025 COD or Warzone. Then Fallout 4, that's a big one. But again, kind of an old game now, so not that crazy. Starfield, okay. Other games coming to the Switch too, according to Xtas, are Tekken 8 alongside his DLC and Elden Ring. That's the big one. Elden Ring being on there is a big sell. Elden Ring still sells good. People still want to play that game. And especially if base Elden Ring can run on the Switch too, that means that the new Elden Ring, the new like co-op-esque type looking Elden Ring game that's coming out like this year would also be able to run on there. Of course, we can always pray and hope it works on, you know, like other games like, I don't know, GTA 6 could run on this. Realistically, GTA 6 is not going to run on the Switch too. We can always hope though. If they do put it on there, holy shit, GTA 6 is going to be the best-selling game of all time. But nonetheless, though, it is an interesting time to be a Pokemon fan. Or sorry, to be just a Nintendo fan right now, because a lot of things could happen, but we'll have to wait and see what comes from it for the time being. So for now, that's pretty much where we're at in regards to that. Let's now move on to the next thing, which of course we already went through this list that he posted here, and it was of course the list from the Xtas guy. Again, take it with a grain of salt. Anything is possible, so just please remember that. But moving on to the next section, it's going to be specifically this. Now, this is about the PS6. For some reason, TCFM Games, which is just a YouTuber who shares stuff, apparently came out and said the PlayStation 6 chip is design completed. Apparently, according to known leaker Kepler L2, the PlayStation 6 is designed completed and is in pre-SI validation already, testing phase. AO tape out scheduled for late this year, could feature Zen 6 architecture. GPU is UDNA, and according to him from A0 tape out, the first chip manufacturing to launch is 2 years. This indicates that the PS6 is, if there are no issues, could launch holiday 2027. Another rumor going around mentions that the 3D V-Cache supports PS6 CPU with significantly more CPU performance. PS5 Pro, PS5, and then it's just like, I guess, tags to give attention to this. Now, I don't really know how PlayStation is looking, but I'm going to be honest. I think it's a little ridiculous to go for the PlayStation 6. Even if it's like how many years out, like if it's 2025, even if it's 2 years out, I feel like it's a little too early. I know it's crazy to say it's too early because in reality, the PlayStation 5 has been out for a long time already. Like the PS5 released in like what, 2018? Like, isn't that where it released? I'm pretty sure. 2020. Okay, shit, never mind. 2020. So it's been out for 5 years, okay? And in 2 years, it's going to be 7 years old. So by 2027, it's going to be 7 years old as a console, which is a pretty long lifespan because if you compare like the lifespan of, let's say, the PS4, for example, release date, if you look at the PS4, that came out in 2013, and 7-year lifespan is exactly how long the PS4 lasted for. So it wouldn't be that crazy for another 7 years to be, you know, the time until PS6. But the thing is, we have a PS5 downstairs, but we only have like one game on it, and it's like one of the exclusives, and that's it. I don't even play on it. It's my girlfriend's, and she plays on it. It's from a gift she got from her dad, but it's like you don't really even use that thing that often. Now, I know, of course, there's some of you out there, there's some people who use this thing as their dedicated gaming machine, but man, PlayStation needs to do a little bit more if they want people to keep buying these things, because there's just not enough games on this thing. And it's the same issue that I hope will not exist for the Switch 2. Now, the Switch 2 has a big advantage. The same way the PS5 has an advantage, which is that you can play backwards compatibility. Like, you can play PS4 games on a PS5, and I'm hoping that the same thing will be possible for a PS6 going forward. But I really do hope that if this thing going forward ends up having anything like this, like a new version, that hopefully will actually get decent amount of proper exclusives and stuff and not just, you know, no games. But yeah, either way, moving on to the next thing though, and it's actually to do with GTA 6. And I know it's a little bit unrelated to this channel, but apparently they're aiming, or at least like an industry insider is saying that he's hoping that they're going to charge $100 for GTA 6. And the reason he says that is so that everybody will accept that it's $100 going forward, so that, you know, the industry can make more money, basically. And I really hope that's not the case, because that would piss me the fuck off. I'm sorry, but I do not want to play $100, bro. $100. it's insane, okay? Like, I can pay my electricity bill for that amount. Like, it's ridiculous. It is literally ridiculous to assume that people would want to pay that amount. It is crazy. But moving on to the next thing, though, we have this post right here, which comes to us from Yoda Force 157, and apparently, inside of some of the files, they were able to find that Ikaku has an egg hatch count and a partner walk count value in the save data for Pokemon Home. So that's kind of interesting, and some people actually went through and said, I wasn't sure if this was just copied code or something else. First time doing this, but only found a reference to egg hatch in Titan and Ikaku. Same for partner walk count. Okay, edit. Just realized it would make so much more sense having a partner Pokemon / walking Pokemon coming as a whole point of Mega Evolution is the bond between trainer and Pokemon. TLDR, which are the facts. It is the exact same code as is used in Titan. It has been tagged at that point in time as 4.0.0, which means it's likely will be the final build to be released. It has 5 commits, and also, by the way, this is probably from that giant repository leak that happened from the Game Freak leak that happened, the guy who leaked this information. But apparently, it has had 5 commits, and after the commit where it was added, giving them lots of time to update and remove it. The code still has a to-dos list, like replacing the Ikaku code name for a proper region name. As January 2024, they had not finalized the region name. Possibilities. This is likely the final build, as branches are only tagged when they are ready to be merged, aka when they are final. Very well could be placeholders left in values, but I don't think their organization is that bad. So yeah, who knows? Maybe possibly we could be getting partner Pokemon following us, which would be really nice. That's a feature that's just should be default in Pokemon games, I feel like, but it really isn't. So that could be a good one, but we'll have to wait and see if anything comes from it. Now, moving on over to, of course, our favorite place, 4chan, which, God forbid, if you guys ever have to sit on this website. But hey, here we are. So what are we going to take a look at? Well, we're taking a look at not Mr. Trump, but instead this post down here, which is apparently a rumor. Apparently, these are going to be the starters. Again, it's a little bit of just a dilly-dally, but it says there are fusions between Gen 3 and Gen 6. Water bullfrog mudskipper, grass squirrel with a spiky tail, and a fire griffin looking thing with big ears. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. Would I like it if there was like weird, like almost regional fakes, as we call them, right? Like regional variants, or I guess not regional variants, but like regional fakes. You guys remember what they are? Like Wiglet or something like that. Basically, I would not mind that. I think that would be pretty cool for starters. Like, I think it'd be an interesting idea to take like an existing starter and then sort of make them into either a different animal or just kind of change them up and make a whole new Pokemon, but base it off of an original one. I think that personally would be really cool, but who actually knows? We'll have to wait and see if anything does come from it. And that pretty much is it for, I think, this. We also have like one final thing, which is, of course, for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the next Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Terra Raid Battle event has been announced. It's going to be focusing on Screamtail and Iron Bundle, and it's going to be running, by the way, from January 24th until 26th. So it's going to be this weekend, starting on Friday, going into Sunday night, and then it's going to be it for that. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gents.